Alright guys, welcome back. Miss Pest here, back with another live stream. Yay. We are going to be playing around with Bastila Sean at 3 stars in Arena. Let me go ahead and pop into Arena real quick. So, I have not done any of my Arena battles since yesterday at Payout. I got up to rank 29. I lost one of my battles. I started at 57. So my Bastila team has been falling on average about 30 to 50 spots in Arena, which was not as far as I saw my Rec squad fall. So I may or may not be going back to my Rec squad until I can get my Jedi a little more geared up. I'm about to show you just how much room I have for improvement with my Jedi in just a sec. I have not fought a Night Sister squad yet with my Jedi, so I have no idea if they will be able to win or not. I don't know how much health regeneration. Oh, well, yeah, I've got Hermit Yoda. They should be able to clear Plague fairly easily. So I'm going to give this Night Sister squad a shot real quick. And I'm going to show you just how undergeared, quote unquote, my Jedi are. My Bastila is. Ooh, holy moly. I got to turn down my phone here. Let's do that. All right, so my Bastila Sean is at Gear 11, obviously. If you have been following me on social media, you've seen that I went ahead and used all that gear I had stashed up for Traya on Bastila because I like to have fun, and Bastila looked like fun. I get to dust off some of those characters that I hadn't used at all in a long time, and so I geared up my Bastila. So here's my Bastila. Here's the mods that I have on her. I have a 30 speed arrow mod, obviously. I went ahead and used a defense uh, square mod because it had 13 speed on it. The defense set wasn't really a determining factor here. Obviously, there isn't a second tenacity, so this wasn't a game changer, a deciding factor. It was mostly for the secondary speed. 14 speed on my circle there, 14 on my diamond or triangle. I don't know how to. I don't know my shape guide. So yeah, I need to go back to school. 14 on my cross and my triangle as well. So I have potency set there. I've got 41% potency. Yes, I understand that with an Emperor Palpatine lead, you have that reduced potency. Jedi and Rebel enemies have minus 35% potency. I think that might have been a big factor in Arnold 2101 not sticking any of his uh, stuns. With that 35% potency, you have to get more than 35% potency on Bastila in order for her to actually stick really anything, because otherwise she has negative potency. I don't know if that's possible, but she has zero potency, which zero potency, really anything is better than zero. So even just a few 6% is better than nothing. So understanding that, that's how I have my Bastila. So she is over 200 speed. General Kenobi, I've been running for a very long time. The only gear I don't have on General Kenobi are the two new pieces of Gear 12. Obviously, he has no Zetas, and I have Kenobi basically geared or modded exactly the same way as I have Bastila for speed, along with focusing on mods here that have speed and protection. How's it going, Caleb? Nice of you to join me. Haven't started any battles yet, so you're kind of just catching me in the middle of my explaining where all my Jedi are currently geared. Uh, Obviously, this was a pretty awesome speed mod that I was able to get. Kind of a crappy set because, I mean, when am I going to put a crit damage set on a tank? It is what it is. But protection main stat, 15 speed, perfect for Kenobi. So if you ever do run across those mods that have kind of a questionable primary stat, you never know who you might be able to use that mod on. So never be afraid to roll a mod that has speed secondary on it just because of its primary. Now, about the only primary stat that I would say not that great for rolling speed on is if you run into a cross mod that has like maybe defense on it. Defense, until they are able to push out the mod update, the mod management update, which they did say that they were going to try and make some of those oddball sets a little bit more pertinent. So maybe they might be boosting defense stats on mods in order to make, I don't know, maybe defense sets a little bit more attractive to players. I don't know. That's a hopeful. Cross your fingers. Maybe tenacity will be a little bit more uh, potent, pun intended. And then I have 14 speed on the circle, 12 speed on the diamond, 12 speed on the square. So he's got a pretty hefty amount of speed. Got him over 200, up at 217 speed. So General Kenobi's actually in pretty good shape. It's my other characters that aren't so hot. So Grandmaster Yoda, I'm going to need 100, which I have saved them up, 100 Mark 8 biotech implants to get him to gear 12. I could take him to gear 12 right now. The only reason that I haven't is because I'm debating on whether I want to take Ezra to gear 12, and that would actually require one of my biotech implants. So I haven't taken my Ezra to gear 12. I'm actually thinking that I might take him to gear 12 first because he has that applicability in the light side territory battles. So that said, it is going to require one of my, well, my only Mark V stun gun that I can build right now. So that is an investment that I'm looking at, and I'm probably going to go ahead and Zeta my Ezra first, or rather next, of my Jedi squad. So Ezra is still sitting one piece shy of gear 12. You saw, sorry, it was Grandmaster Yoda was sitting 2 biotech implants short of gear 12. Hermit Yoda is actually sitting 2 stun guns short of gear 12. So between the 2 Yodas and Ezra, I need 3 stun guns, 3 biotech implants to take everybody to gear 12, which is one of the reasons I haven't really taken everybody to gear 12 yet. Especially considering the fact that I can either take Yoda to gear 12, Grandmaster Yoda to gear 12, or Ezra to gear 12. I cannot take more than one character to gear 12 because it's going to burn one of my, well, my only Mark V stun gun, which I'm only 10 salvage away. I might be able to, pick up the salvage to take Hermit Yoda to gear 12, or I could take Grandmaster Yoda to gear 12. The biggest predicament there is, oops, didn't mean to do that. I mean, you look at, gosh dang it, I meant to long press. Long press. Come on. Here we go. All right. Get with the program, missed. All right. So the biggest predicament is with health. Obviously, Grandmaster Yoda being very squishy, taking him to gear 12 could obviously alleviate that fact, especially considering both of the pieces that I would need to give him to take him to gear 12 give him better health. Same thing with Ezra. Gosh dang it. Oh boy. All right. So, giving Ezra the piece would also help him, but he's less squishy than Yoda already. So that's where I get into the catch-22. But then obviously Ezra Bridger has that additional applicability. But enough jabba jabba. Let's jump into this battle real quick and watch the Jedi do some work on Night Sisters. I did not check the mods on this Night Sister squad, and I also do not have any other mods on or Zetas on my Jedi. So these are going to be the only characters that I can use right now, or that I want to use right now. Alright. It looks like I can probably kill. Nope. Alright. That's not going to land. We're going to obviously focus on killing. Let's go ahead and do this. Get rid of that. Okay. Alright. So the biggest threat right now that I see in a Night Sister squad is Old Daka because of the constant revives. So what I need to do and what I'm going to try and do first is get Old Daka out of the picture. I have enough AoE that I think I can probably get rid of Nightmare Squeak Team, Traya Lead, or this new Jedi meta. Honestly, Caesar, I couldn't give you a straight answer because each team has its strengths and each team has its weaknesses. Ooh, that was a good hit on the massage there. Let's go ahead and give everybody the health or the additional stats there. Of course, just going to clear off those buffs. And this is where it gets fun. So let's do that. So the Nightmare Squad obviously has its benefits. I personally, Nightmare to me seemed very RNG dependent. I wasn't a super fan of the Nightmare Squad for that reason. Hopefully, okay, that's not gonna get. Let's go ahead and get some of this plague off of here. Come on. I want to do that. This is not looking so hot. I need to get rid of Asajj here. This is not good. Let's do that. Get everybody some tenacity. Get Asajj out of there. Holy moly. Go away. Oh, she hits so hard. Gosh dang it. The AoE is not going to work here. I'll probably lose to this Night Sister squad, guys. This is not looking good. Yep. Yep. That was not pretty. Okay, so sorry, my headphones like to do that. Thank you for letting me know that audio kicked out. So, where did I last trail off? What was I talking about? I think I might have been talking about Traya lead. So, Traya lead helps to really put the lid on Jedi. Uh, the reason for that is the Traya lead. Yeah, I need to get a better mic. The jack doesn't like to. It likes to cut out every once in a while. Go figure. Um, Traya lead will puts a lid on the Jedi meta because of her leader ability. Whenever an enemy gets a buff, their offense is reduced until their next turn, the end of their next turn. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull up Traya and I'll show you what I mean. So her leader ability, with the Zeta, when an enemy uses an ability outside of their turn, they take 35%, or well, let's just read the whole ability here. Sith allies have 40% critical avoidance and 40% potency. When a debuffed enemy takes damage, all Sith allies recover 10% health. When an enemy uses an ability outside of their turn, which includes the assists and the counterattacks and all of that, they take damage equal to 35% of their max health. This damage can't defeat enemies. However, when an enemy gains a buff outside their turn, they lose 50% offense until the end of their next turn. So when yeah, don't see a reason why not. I don't have any moderators right now. You gotta have a channel to be a moderator. So I do not know if you have a channel. You can post a link to that if you want to. But at any rate, so that 50% offense until the next end of your next turn is a huge deal with Jedi because of all those buffs going around. You basically are severely inhibited by Yoda tossing around buffs. That is going to basically completely stunt any offensive power that your Jedi will have. So to fight Traya takes a completely different approach to the game, and it requires you to fight Traya basically without buffs, which is really going to make it more difficult because you need the offense up, you need some of those, the crit damage up, you need those buffs in order to really beat Traya. So that said, let's jump into some hard node stuff for her. Let's knock out this. So, if you are wondering what I'm farming right now, obviously, Bosk just got added to the game in Hard Node 9 Bravo, replacing the Ewok Scout. The Jedi Starfighter, and then Wicket. I'm only 3785. Really don't care though. I mean, I'm literally just farming him just to have him at 7 stars. And then Scion. Scion is 15 shards from 6 stars. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and then I'm farming Kit Fisto. Where are you, Kit? I think you're in 4F. Yes, you are. So Kit Fisto, obviously nothing great. Alright, I will check out your channel after the stream. Challenges, yay, challenges. The most worthless gear ever. Like, literally, all of this gear is so garbage. Oh yeah, do you need some? I got 3,300. I got almost 4K. Oh, I got 5,700. Oh, look at that, 3K. Yeah, like literally nothing in this challenge is useful to me at all. Obviously, ability mats. I want them omegas. It's funny. All the game changers today we were talking about omegas being so hard to come by, and they were like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, what do you mean omegas? Yeah, okay, I'll get into an omega crunch every once in a while. But in my opinion, one of the easiest ways to avoid an omega crunch is this. I have Traya, right? Yeah, I've got Traya. But I'm not using her right now, so I didn't burn 15 omegas on the 3 abilities that I'm not going to be using anytime soon. So, yeah, I mean, you go down the line, and I've got, Darth Maul, for crying out loud, I've got him Zeta'd, and I didn't omega his 2 abilities. 15% damage abilities. I don't think I've omega'd a single 15. Well, okay, I'm not going to say that because I'm sure I have. But I tend not to omega abilities that are just a 15% damage increase because 15% damage, especially characters that have extremely low base damage to begin with, yeah, kind of a pain in the butt. SWGoH, real talk, is that you? Is that you? Xylo? Come on. Answer me. Anyway, yeah, so Asajj Ventress, I have 2 Zeta abilities on her. She's at gear 12. But I didn't omega that, because I'm going to burn 5 omegas. I don't see the return on that investment. So, for you guys, what's up, Master Goku? Welcome back. I did not do any of my challenges. That was one thing that I wanted to save for you guys. Squad Arena, I'm ready for another battle. I am going to skip those Night Sisters because until I get a real good idea of how I'm going to beat the Night Sisters, I'm just going to skip them. So here you go, guys, is a Traya lead with a double Zeta. I'm going to see whether I can beat this squad. I'm probably going to lose this battle, but that's okay. It's for science, right? And I don't GAF about my arena rank. Zeta that I regret the most. That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, so I am not actually going to use my... I'm not going to use his ability to buff right now, and hopefully that doesn't count too much against me. This is going to do a little bit of damage to Yoda, but what I want to do is try and get rid of Traya here. So, yes. All right. So that is basically the kicker. You gotta try and get rid of Traya. Now, I do not know 100% for a fact whether Treya's leader ability is eliminated when she. Ooh, God, this is not looking good. I need to get some buffs out. Holy mackerel. Um, but I would hope that it does. I guess we'll find out. It doesn't look like it will. So, nope. Holy moly. Ezra, don't die on me, bro. What I need to do is I need to get rid of Darth Sion, because if he gets his held by hatred off, it's going to seriously throw a cramp in my ability. Gosh, okay. Yep, probably game over there with Ezra dead. Um, let's see if I can get rid of. Okay. Now, this is gonna be real close, guys. Sanely Red, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the party. That was a bad idea. Yep. This battle is probably over. It was a valiant effort, but I sincerely doubt that I will be able to finish this off. Yep. Now, once that annihilates out, game over. Yep, so a Traya lead is going to be very difficult for Jedi still. As you can see, without the additional Zetas, that does make things a lot more difficult. The extra damage output on Ezra will definitely help me to actually win some of these battles. The only downside to this is that I don't really have a good counter to Traya. I mean, I do, but moving mods around is a pain in the butt. I'm not a big fan of moving mods. Hopefully when the mod update comes out, it'll be a very, very welcome change. I have been waiting for that as long as just as much as you guys. So yeah. All right, let's do this. 5 million. Bleh. Of course. All right, so Secrets and Shadows. I know that a lot of you guys probably have no problem with this, but some people probably are still struggling. I will tell you that the single Zeta, there is really one Zeta that will make this entire challenge, this entire event, cake. Like, auto it and like literally set your phone down, walk away. You'll never have to worry about it again. And that one Zeta is Night Sister Swiftness. 30 speed, 30 offense, cool, whatever. But 50% turn meter when they fall below 100% health, that's helpful too. But the 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter, a la Vader Zeta, when they damage an enemy, this turn meter cannot be resisted. Basically, that makes Night Sisters just stupid easy for this, because one of the biggest hurdles, especially with this bonus tier, is getting through Darth Sidious in Wave 4. And honestly, with the turn meter removal, if you can time all of your attacks correctly and time them right, you actually have an opportunity to keep all enemies from even taking a turn. Aside from counterattacks. Oh, nope, see? Unfortunately, yeah. Ah, Sakala, there you are. Alrighty. So the Zeta I regret the most. Still thinking on that. I haven't forgotten you, Caesar. My first instinct is to say Maul because I never really used it. It's more of a novelty and kind of a boost to his ship strength. I'm so stingy with my Zetas though that maybe Mother Talzin's leader ability, because I was going to see if maybe I could use that my Night Sisters in arenas, uh, but I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't as fun as I thought it would be, and Mother Talzin's lead, I just never really got much use out of it. So I mean, that one was kind of a meh Zeta. What other Zetas do I have that I'm not really? I mean, I Zeta'd Barris just because. Uh, really? I mean, there really was no other reason for me to Zeta Barris except to use. Oh, holy crud! I was not getting any turn meter reduction, as you saw. I should have used this ability first, and I didn't. So this may or may not be that hot. Bring back my Assage, get some heals, of course healing immunity, let's get a stagger. That was, yeah, so there you go. See, I'm trying to actually manually control, and I'm actually doing myself more good than bad, or more harm. So yeah, that was lots of fun. Uh, let's see. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and just throw it on auto real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. It's just so easy. Bastila, Ezra, Hoda. Oh, that's what I was using. So I'll jump in there again, and I'll find an actual EP Emperor Palpatine lead to throw in there. But actually, one of the most difficult Sith squads that I've run into. Yeah, I always forget about that, Philippe. I always forget that Talia can cleanse and heal. That's how much I use her. I do love her rework, by the way. I think, honestly, Talia got the best rework of all of the Night Sisters. Uh, she was totally weak sauce. Like, you got Talia at the beginning of at the very beginning of the game. One of the first characters you unlocked. In fact, I think she was probably the first dark side character that you unlocked in the game. And she was largely useless. Like, you just didn't ever use Talia. But then, I mean, look at that 35,000 damage with her special ability. That's only at gear 11. I haven't even taken her to gear 12. I don't even think she has any gear at gear 12 or at gear 11. I think she's literally just at gear 11. But yeah, Traya lead is very hard for Jedi to beat. The main reason for that is, like I mentioned earlier, every time a Jedi gains a buff, they lose 50% offense, and you get so neutered that even once you can kill Traya, which I did in my last battle, I was able to kill Traya and then Scion, but I just wasn't able to do enough damage, and I didn't have enough survivability to survive Thrawn with his fracture, and then eventually Nihilus got an Annihilate off, and that basically put the nail in the coffin. So, yeah, Traya is still the most difficult hurdle for Jedi. However, this squad right here is going to be Cake, Black Rose. So you can see there's 5 Zetas there, all valid, all useful. But Emperor Palpatine lead, I could pretty much put this on auto from the get-go, and I mean, because there's no Scion, so that's going to be Cake. There's basically no real obstacles in this team for me to struggle against. So in 10 seconds here, I'm going to jump in. I'm just going to throw it on auto, and I'm literally just going to throw it on auto, leave I don't know, maybe I'll just leave Palpatine on the main target, or maybe I'll just change targets or set it so it's not. Yeah, and that's the other thing is General Kenobi is yeah. In fact, yeah. So let's throw it on auto, and I'll take Palpatine off the auto target here, and we're just gonna watch the RNG. This is going to be pretty simple. Jedi are going to absolutely dismantle this squad. Obviously, nothing's going to land. I mean, Nihilist didn't even get any cooldown reduction off of that. Yeah. So. Although I might want to actually. Nice, dude. I am still a ways away from Scion right now. He's a 15 shard short of 6 stars, so I'm way behind. And this is where the team falls apart. Once General Kenobi is down, then I can start killing stuff. Although I might want to actually single point target Nihilus just so that he actually dies. I don't want him to get an annihilate off. There we go. Ability block. And boop, dead. Alright. There we go. Go ahead and take off the auto target so that they're still just randomly target. And see, there you go. There was a stun stick. 6% potency was enough to land a hit with Bastila. Oh, there you go. There's Vader's down. Now Palpatine. Let's go ahead and take you out. Boom. That is a fast Nihilus. Holy moly. Yeah, so there you go. That team was easy. Just, there's just something about trying to beat Traya lead. I don't know what it is about Traya lead. But then this squad, Vidal Castro, don't know if I will be able to beat that squad. I haven't tried that makeup yet since running Jedi. It'll obviously be a few minutes before I can run that battle. So double Zeta, Grand Metal, Master Yoda, kind of regret the lead. Yeah, so that's one other thing. So obviously game changers get a little bit of advance notice of some information. So I had been thinking about giving Grandmaster Yoda the Zeta, but then we got kind of, hey, new characters will be coming soon, and we didn't know who those characters were, so I had no idea that it was Bastila. But generally, when new characters come to the game, obviously those characters will have at least one Zeta between the myriad of characters that are often introduced. So knowing that, I wanted to hold on to my Zeta. Thankfully I did. Bastila got the Zeta. So this is where I'm really torn. Do I want to save the gear that I'm saving for my Jedi? Do I want to work on Traya? Do I want to run that crazy squad that was like freaking impossible to beat? That was Traya, Scion, Nihilus, Kylo Ren Unmasked, and Sith Trooper. 3 tanks basically made it impossible to target Traya. Impossible to target Nihilus. So eventually Nihilus did get Annihilate off, and it just completely dismantled the squad. It was almost impossible because all the buffs going out are almost impossible to avoid, which just totally just destroys the damage that a Jedi can put. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's do guild event. We got our dark side territory battles going on. Kind of all over the place today. I did go and do my ship battle earlier today because obviously that 3 stars quick. Let's see. With special mission, this is a special mission that for some reason a lot of people seem to have trouble with. You can run double tanks if you want, but I prefer actually running Stormtrooper, Death Trooper, Snow Trooper, and then obviously the 2 commanders here. So you got Veers and Stark. Stark, honestly, when I first started playing, or when Stark first came out, he was probably one of the most underwhelming characters of that release. And so I took one look at his kit and I was like, This guy's kit is garbage. He's never gonna be useful ever. Like, yeah, sure, they'll probably force us to use him in dark side territory battles, especially if it's on Hoth. But he's garbage. He's so garbage. I started using him. My opinion changed 180 degrees. Stark is probably one of my favorite Empire characters, just because these buffs are so awesome. Like they're just good. I mean, he gives great utility to troopers. I mean, as if troopers really needed to be any better. But Stark makes an already kind of meh troopers and makes them freaking awesome. I love Stark. He's awesome. Uh, yes, Stark Zeta would definitely be one that I would regret because honestly, the reason the reason I Zeta characters is to get use out of them. Um, so what is his Zeta? His Zeta is on. Is it on? Is it on his unique? Hmm. I might have to play around with that on my test account and see if I really like it. So, I'm usually not a fan of of a lot of characters Zetas. See, this one is I'm just cutting through this squad like butter, guys. This is insane. Like, crap, he's gonna get rid of Deathmark, of course. You cheeky bastard. Get rid of you. Come on, just die, Luke. Just die. Bam! Aha! Got the expose. Dead. All right. So yeah, so I got you there. I got you there. So troopers are the Achilles heel for Night Sisters because every time that Night Sister zombie is dying, she is granting massive turn meter to all the Imperial troopers. So it is on his unique. At the end of his turn, Stark recovers 3% protection and removes 1% turn meter from all enemies for each active Empire ally. So that doesn't increase his armor penetration at all. So the only difference is the turn meter gain and the protection, or turn meter reduction, and yeah, and so that five, so 1% from all enemy for each active Empire ally. So obviously, you're running a full Imperial Trooper team. You have the potential to remove 10% turn meter. 10% turn meter at the end of one turn, not that much, not that much at all. I I can't see I can't see this being that awesome. Yeah, as a ranged trooper, yeah, he should be farmable. Actually, in I could go back and try and figure out when he came to the game. Is his pack still in the store? That's going to be the big question here. His pack is no longer in the store, so it's already been 20. I think they put the packs in the store for 27 days. So it's already been more than 27 days. So so it's, if you guys are not sure, um, or if you do not know, the character release cadence is 6 to 8 weeks from release to chromiums, and then 6 to 8 more weeks. It's, let's face it, it's almost always 8 weeks. Another 6 to 8 weeks, then till it's put on a farmable node. So grand total should be 3 months from release to a character being farmable, free to play, which for some characters like Bosk means one single hard node, which means by, I don't know, Christmas you might have a 7-star Bosk. For other characters, it means a Cantina node. So like the where is it? Yes, right there, Panda. First Order Panda, when you finally are able to switch your priorities around to farming him, you should be able to farm a Panda to 7 stars in a matter of weeks, if not days, depending on how many refreshes you do. So I would say 2 to 3 weeks for a Panda to 7 stars from 3 stars, and that's using 3 refreshes a day with good RNG, probably 3 to 4 weeks. So yes, I would say less than 2 months before we can farm Range Trooper. And yes, Range Trooper is good. He is actually very good in the Trooper. However, I don't need it right now. I don't do that special mission. I suck at it. I've lost every time I've tried. Um, and so Range Trooper, yes, he's awesome. He should be farmable in I'd say less than 2 months. I'd say 6 to 8 weeks. How about that? Just kind of spitball there. Okay, so Bounty Hunters, 4 stars. Woo! Unfortunately, Bosk is not eligible yet because he's not 4 stars. Yes, Crew was also a very, very quick farm. I was able to get him to 7 stars in... Honestly, I don't know. It was a few weeks. Maybe 3 to 4 weeks ish. I think I had to keep farming the node a little bit longer because I didn't get as good of RNG on the silencer. See, and Cubs, man, you screwed me up. Every time I say silencer, I second guess myself, and I'm like, is it silencer or slicer? Thanks, Cubs. You messed with my mind. Yeah, so I had to keep farming the silencer because I didn't get the silencer to 7 stars right off the bat. So yeah, that was fun. Pew pew pew. Dead. Yay, bounty. So I do not like the rebel pilots. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them, Sam I am. So those guys are kind of the biggest pain in my butt. I do not like the pilots. I like to kill them first. Yes. Smuggler Han, Chewie, Death Trooper, Sith Trooper, all crappy farms. I will second you there 100%. I hated farming all of those characters. The Pash of a Million Burning Suns, I did not like farming those characters at all. The greatest day was when I finished farming all 4 of those characters. Yeah, I know, slicing mods, right? I get to slice mods, yay! Actually, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm just not really sure how the slicing components, because I'm worried that I'm going to have to actually go and like do mod battles to get slicing components. So all of that kind of has me nervous. I hate to say that anything is fantastic until I see it in implementation, because everything can look great on paper, especially characters' kits. It's really easy for a character to look fantastic on paper, but then be absolutely garbage once they get to the game. Holy crap! Greedo, what the heck was that? He got bonus attacks out the wazoo. Did you guys see that? Oh my god. If I hadn't recorded that, nobody would have believed that. Greedo just went like 5 times in a row. Holy crap. You all saw that, right? Greedo went nuts? Okay, alright. I'm just making sure I'm not crazy. Jeez. Greedo. What you doing, bro? Going nuts. That's crazy. Oh, okay. There's the assist. I love it. Love it. Maybe he assisted himself. Is that possible? Greedo? You doing shit? I don't know what you're doing. Oh, bomb's blowing up. There we go. 4-4. This one's an easy one. It's the later one that's in phase 5, I believe, that Bounty Hunter battle is a little more difficult. That one does come down to the skin of my teeth every once in a while. So, yeah. Yeah, Machine Gun Greedo. That is the dang truth. So I got a dark side mission and a dark side mission. Okay, so these, I will show you one of my favorite Hodgepodge squads to use in. Oh, that was The hell's going on here? Dark side battles. All right, so one of my favorite squads to actually play around with in nope, not that one. Let's do this one. And yeah, we'll do crew. Level 90 increase. I doubt it. I hope not, because that's going to be a credit crunch that I do not want. I think if anything, mod slicing is going to introduce a new aspect of the game that will increase the potency of certain mods. Obviously, mod slicing is going to make blue mods and purple mods that much better. The reason I say blue mods is because you're already going to have that chance to increase the speed, and then slicing is going to be increasing the speed again. So what I would say is mod slicing will hopefully add that extra oomph to characters so that they don't have to go to level 90. And honestly, the way the game is right now, I feel like it's very balanced. Introducing level 90, excuse me, guys, has the severe potential to throw the game completely out of whack, make certain characters that are already obnoxiously strong even more obnoxiously strong, and I think that just spells a recipe for disaster. So this is actually one of my favorite little hodgepodge squads to run in territory battles. Obviously, I would have loved it if Asajj's damage carried over from engagements. However, it doesn't, and I think I took all my mods off of my Wampa, so my Wampa is unmodded right now. Come on, Mist. Slacking. But Wampa is incredibly strong versus Rebels, even without mods. Like, my Wampa has 0 mods on him right now, and he's going to just Wampa Womp these guys crazy hard. So there you go, 20, yeah, 160 million credits. What are you doing holding on to credits like that? Holy crap! That's insane. Whew. Alright, this is my other favorite thing about Kylo. Watch this. Oh, 13,000 non-crit. 13,600 damage non-crit because of the stuns. I love it. And, oh! I do not like this. See what I'm talking about? This rebel officer, man. Just die. Yeah, no, I think if they introduced a credit increase or a level increase, that they would have to increase, like add another tier to the credit heist, because like Sanely just said, we don't have the credits, we don't have the credit stream for a level 90 increase. I can't see that happening anytime soon. I know that the rumor gets recirculated time and time again. Let's start womping down this. Let's get a stun out. Hopefully get some turn meter reduction. Nope, ain't gonna happen. Let's get this. Well, let's see if we can actually get a crit now. There we go, 20k. Who wants a crit? Yeah. So my Kylo Ren Unmasked, honestly, I think I might have just thrown mods on him because he just gets used for territory wars and, you know, a couple other little things. Yeah, we'll just throw this on auto. So I'll go ahead and pull up my Kylo Ren Unmasked after this battle and let you guys take a peek at his mods. Honestly, modding him for potency, or yeah, a little bit of potency. So potency cross will be helpful because of the stun, and stuns are obviously important to his kit because his special ability increases the damage done by that ability by an absurd amount whenever the enemy or target enemy is stunned. So let's go ahead and check out Karen Unmasked. So I have my Kylo Ren modded for crit chance. I have offense on his triangle mod. Looks like I didn't even put speed on his arrow. I just kind of threw mods on him. I might actually have a speed arrow to replace that. Look at that! Look at me go! I've got speed now. Yeah, and like I said, I just kind of threw mods on him. Mostly because he does have a ship, and having mods on the pilot helps the ship stats, and also because he wasn't modded. Yeah, so just threw mods on him, and I'm pretty sure that my Wampa is unmodded right now. Yep, no mods, because he was on my arena squad, and then I moved all those mods over to my Jedi because I wanted to run meta Jedi. Yeah, so this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and run Sith. Let's see. Yeah, this will be fun. This will be a fun battle. Throw it on auto. Watch him kill him. Yeah, so Sanely Red, spot on. I think they'd have to give us, yeah, like Masticalo says, I think they'd have to give us at least 10 to 15 million credits every credit heist at a minimum. That's just, yeah. Because, let's see, it costs 1.6 million credits, I believe, to take a character from 80 to 85. So you gotta figure at least 1.5 times that to take a character from 85 to 90, possibly 2 times that. So you're looking at anywhere from, I would say, 3.5, 4 million credits from 85 to 90 to probably on the upward estimate of 5 million credits to take a character to level 90. That's just basing off of prior experience with the previous increase from level 60 to 70, and then from 70 to 80, and then from 80 to 85. I've lived through a few level increases, and they're usually not very pretty. The only saving grace to this is the fact that obviously it takes time to get from 85 to 90. You're not doing it overnight, so you have a chance to save up some of those credits. What the problem rises is when you have players like myself who have a myriad of characters that they enjoy playing with and can't focus. Squirrel. You have those players who struggle to focus on, okay, I'm only going to level up these characters, and then you're like, oh, this brand new shiny character just entered the game. Let's take it straight to 80. Let's take it straight to level 90. Well, there's freaking 15 million credits. Poof, gone in an instant, right? I think I got all my battles done. All right, so territory battles done. Let's see. Let's do another squad arena battle. I do not know if I can beat this, but let's give it a shot. We're going for number 85 or 45. All right, let's go. And honestly, guys, if my Jedi are not living up to the hype, I am probably going to go back to my Rex squad. I really actually enjoyed Rex a lot. This team doesn't even have a tank. What am I worried about? I shouldn't be worried about nothing. Watch this. Jeez. I am a goober. I am a goober, guys. I do not know why I'm worried. Actually, I might want to take it off of auto just because Enfys can be a pain. Let's go ahead and take out Wampa because he is the main DPS of this team. My only saving grace is that this Enfys is not at 7 stars, so she's not level or gear 12. And as you can see, Wampa is just cutting right through my foresight. You Wampa. Alright, so let's give Thrawn a freaking stun, except he has 100% freaking tenacity. We're gonna do that. Not really too concerned. That will stun. No, it's not. Gosh dang it, Wampa. Just die. So I might actually lose this battle just because freaking Wampa don't want to die. Stinking counterattacks, man. Alright. Let's take out Nihilus. I need to get rid of Nihilus before he can give everybody some buffs. Take some damage here. Come on, of course nobody's going to freaking counterattack. Okay, Wampa's dead. Let's hit you up. Enfys gone. See? Enfys can be killed, guys. Just in case you were curious. Enfys can be killed. Alright. This has got to... Okay, or kill him. I was just hoping for a stun, but hey, I'll take the kill too. Oh, jeez. Sometimes I get surprised, pleasantly surprised by stuff. Just... Oh my gosh, so fun. Alright, I probably could have killed him off with a basic here, but let's finish off in style. Bastila with the kill. Alright, so that team obviously was a little bit easier to kill than I thought, but you never know what to expect, especially in my shard. Some people just have redonkulous mods, and it's just like, what are you doing? Okay, so this is the squad. Cookie. Cookie? Cookie? Cookie. I'll just go with Cookie. This is actually impossible for Jedi to kill. No, there's not enough damage output. You have all the offense being stunted, and you got health regen left and right. You've got Kylo Ren stunning people. It's obnoxious because you've got 3 taunts, and meanwhile, Traya and Nihilus are just picking you apart, and it's... Ooh, that team is hard to beat. Cannot beat it with, oh, so you laugh at rank 38. However, her payout is like like several hours ago. I'm pretty sure that Cookie's payout is in the middle of the day, so all the Eastern time zone folks have already kicked her back. Hanging out, well, the Traya that low, you gotta remember. So my shard is a little less a little outside the norm. I am a day 1 global launch shard with a lot of whales, a lot of people that spend money on the game, and I will check right quick my arena chat to tell you guys just how many people are on my server. It's let's see, server info, come on. Honestly, I can't tell you. I'm terrible at this. Somebody tell me how to friggin' figure out how many people are on the server. Okay, so offline there are 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So there are 47 people in my arena shard chat. Not all of those people are vying for top 50. However, that's a lot of people all coordinating, don't hit each other within 2 hours of your payout, all that. So that's 47 people. So someone dropping down to 38 is no indication of that team's ability to climb back up to the top 5. So that bit of knowledge in your cap there, you can look and see just how many Palpatine leads there still are in the top 50, and how many Traya leads are starting to pop up in the top 50. I'm actually surprised to see that many CLS team. What was that? So you got 1, 2 Rey, some Rexes, lots of Traya leads, some Palp leads, Night Sisters, some more Traya leads, Puppy Juicers. He has a hard on for Empire, and I swear he will not let up. But it's Puppy Juicers, so that's Puppy Juicers. So yeah, lots more Bastilas showing up, but a lot of these teams have a lot better Zetas than I do, and a lot better Jedi than I do. So yeah. It's possible. It is definitely possible, and a lot of these guys have really, really good mods, like Ike. I know that he has some stupid good mods. I mean, he's got his freaking Bastila at 239 speed. What? And just wait for it. Wait for it. It's probably over 300. Oh, no, I'm surprised. Only 284. Only 284 speed on his Grandmaster Yoda. Nothing. That's petty. 304. 144 speed on his Hermit Yoda. What? See, this is my shard, guys. This is my shard. This is my arena shard, and this is why I no longer beat my face against a wall trying to get up into the top 20. I just, yeah, I, I like to live stress free now, and so yeah, I just, yeah, I just don't worry about stuff, you know. I mean, you saw I lost 2 battles earlier. Nah, I don't care. Watch me, Dilligaff. We're gonna go ahead and burn through this real quick. Oh, not Ezra. Dang it. Oh well, whatever. We'll see. I'm sure we can still beat it. Auto. Um. Yeah. 244 speed. 144 speed on a Terminator. That's insane. Just bonkers. Whew. Yeah. I know, guys. I know. Man. Brutal. Brutal. But anyway. So yeah. I mean. I'll. So this is my predicament. Do I keep gearing up my Jedi, give Ezra a Zeta, or do I gear up my Traya and have a little bit of fun with Traya in Arena? Now, obviously, I am not a big fan of running a meta squad. That's kind of one reason I went with Bastila instead of Traya with all the gear that I had. However, I just I love Sith. They're so much fun. The only problem is the RNG in my arena shard. It's just going to be a matter of who's got the faster this, who's got the faster that, and who can put out the most debuffs, and so that they can cleanse, and then your squad goes faster. It's just a big game of RNG, and I do not like it. That's one of the reasons that for the longest time, up until Bastila, I was running Rex, Wampa, Talzin, General Kenobi, and Enfys Nest. I really enjoyed that squad. That squad could take apart a Palp lead, no problem. Traya lead was a little more difficult. Traya in the squad with a Palp lead was kind of difficult, especially with my mods. Yeah, so honestly, Felipe, I am probably going to do that. I will probably just go ahead and say finish Ezra and then give him a Zeta and then work on Traya. Just because, as much as I hate to admit it, Ezra is a lot of fun. The only reason I hate to admit it is because Phoenix is kind of boring, aside from Zebenica, like a fart that just would not go away. I posted more zeros than I participated in Sith raids. It's a terrible guildmate. I hate to admit it. It's just not something I'm really proud of. But I'm not gonna hide the fact that I honestly didn't work that hard for True. Hate to admit that, but truth hurts. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. So yeah, it's just I think I'll probably go ahead and just finish out Ezra, just because Ezra does help out a lot with reducing some of the RNG that you got with that Phase 5 combat mission for Phoenix only. So that's an added bonus of having Ezra geared up. Obviously, Traya isn't going to be 7 stars anytime soon, so I'm not going to be able to use her in Phase 5, 6 of the territory battles, so I'm not going to really be getting any use out of her there. However, I can use Ezra in raids. I can use him in other stuff. I can use him in Phase 6 of the Lightside territory battles. So in the grand scheme of things, Ezra has a lot more utility than Traya, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and finish off Ezra. In fact, you know what? Holy crap! Just one shot Sidious there. Yeah, okay. Jeez, gosh. Okay, so Spirit was another character that I was like, she's such a flash in the pan, but she hits hard, guys. She's a brutal beast. I mean, even non-crit, her basic just hits for so much. She is a glass cannon, the textbook definition of a glass cannon. But yeah, so Ezra, probably going to go ahead and get the Zeta, probably going to get Gear 12, and in fact, after we jump out of this battle, let's go ahead and take Ezra to Gear 12. Why not, right? Right? And hopefully, by next week's stream, I'll have enough Zeta mats, because I'm at 15 right now. I figure one every day, maybe 1 to 2 every 2 days, depending on how much I decide to participate in my ship arena, which I should have my ship arena. I got my ship arena payout, and we just got, so I got 33, of course. Nothing there, so here is Zeta number 16, so there's that. Let's take a look at gear here. Oh, yay! Yippee! And what else do we got? Let's see if we've got... Nope. I'm actually just trying to finish off the Gauntlet Starfighter, so I'm actually buying the Gauntlet Starfighter shards in my Guild Event store. Honestly, so Bastila. When Bastila becomes farmable, there's one place that I would really love for Bastila to show up, and that's right here next to Wampa. I think that would be a really fun place for her to show up. However, probably not going to happen. They're probably going to save that for, like, I don't know, Malik, when they introduce a Sith territory battle. I mean, that would be really cool, right? So just imagine that, right? The Sith Wars territory battles. Open to all characters, of course, because the Sith Wars was light and dark side fighting out, the Jedi and the Sith fighting out. I don't know. Spitballing, maybe it's not that great of an idea. Whatever. I don't know. Stop hating. Oh boy. All right, where am I? What was my payout? I think it was 35. Cool. All right. I do need to do a fleet battle. So, Warrior has been talking about Phantom 2 being a good reinforcement. Phantom 2 gains stealth advantage and offense up for 2 turns. Gains stealth for 2 turns. Okay, stealth advantage and offense up for 2 turns. On 3, reduced cooldown of call reinforcement on allied capital ship by 1. That is a very good level 3 reinforcement, because that lets you call in back-to-back reinforcements. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. But then I gotta gear up Sabine. You see my predicament? You call in the Phantom 2 and it's just until you gear up the pilots. That means I gotta gear up Sabine. I mean, we're taking Ezra to gear 12, right? Let's see, can I build? How many of these can I build? No other characters need it. Give him a bayonet. Look at that. No other characters need it. Yeah, look at that. My Ezra's health probably just shot up to 30,000. Holy crap. Okay, so Ezra's a lot more survivable now. Now I just need to get him a Zeta so he can actually do some more damage, and maybe my Jedi will actually hold a little better on defense. So yeah, did I even do a ship? I didn't even do a ship battle yet. Come on, what am I doing? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just run this. This is just the ship that this is just my fleet. This is my fleet, guys. Cookie cutter, target lock team. It is what it is. And I'm probably, you know what? I'm probably gonna lose this battle, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and do that. Going to let's go ahead and give everybody offense up. So I use this ability more for the offense up than I do for the actual health restoration, because boom, dead. And of course that's probably a freaking, yep, it is. Freaking bigs. Alright. And gonna land another target lock, get Big some health. Big's gonna die. Yep. Biggs is dead. Bye, Biggs. Turn meter. See, this is why it's okay if Biggs dies, in my opinion, because I have my scimitar. Gosh, brain fart. I have my scimitar reinforcement ability set to max, and actually have most of the abilities on scimitar set to pretty high. So my Sith allies have just an obnoxiously high crit chance. I think Vader under Scimitar has like, it's 85% chance to crit or some nonsense. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that battle was a little bit easier than I thought it would be. But yeah, so ship reinforcements. I know that that seems to be like a big hot topic for a lot of people. Which reinforcements are the best, which reinforcements are worth investing in, especially because reinforcement mats are kind of hard to get. They do not come quick, they do not come easy, and unless you're willing to shell out cash to buy them, you got to be really, really, really frugal with your reinforcements. Obviously, the first reinforcement that I maxed out was Boba Fett. I've talked about this in previous streams. I think it's the best bang for your buck. That crit hit immunity for 3 turns is priceless. One of the problems I saw was that my Boba Fett was getting slaughtered with that taunt. The taunt without crit hit immunity, he was just dying so stinking fast. Even with the extra 10% protection, he would just, it was like hot butter through knife. Or, yeah, that's just, yeah, there you go. There's my dyslexia. It was like hot knife through butter. It's late, and I'm just, yeah, okay, all right. Probably need to cut the stream soon. Yeah, so it was like a hot knife through butter. He would just die so fast. So the crit hit immunity almost mandatory to make Boba Fett really work. Then Scimitar, I maxed out that reinforcement bonus because I like having a Darth Vader that hits like a truck, and that, man, 50% crit chance, that basically means Vader is almost always critting. It means that the Scimitar is also almost critting, almost always critting, which means that here on the basic, I probably ought to go ahead, and since I've got the Omegas, max that out, because that extra 15% damage when talking about 50% extra chance to crit, let's look at his base chance to crit. The Scimitar's base chance to crit is 36 points at 4-2. So when it is out and in the field, it has an 86% chance to crit. 86 is a good number for me. That damage output is incredibly awesome. And look at that. Go ahead and max out that ability. Give allies an extra 10% offense, which, holy cow. That's just going to increase the damage of everybody who's stealthed that much more. Which means that not only is the Scimitar going to hit harder while it's stealth now, it's going to have the extra crit, then he's also going to have the extra damage for the basics. So kind of just a good combination. Other reinforcement abilities, which I don't spend that much time looking at reinforcement abilities, but I do know for a fact that I want to max out Dramatic Entrance. Dramatic Entrance is nuts. I really like Poe's X-Wing as a reinforcement. not only does it hit like a damn truck, I mean, this thing hits hard as hell. I've seen crits upward of 130,000, and that's with offense up. It's holy mackerel. And then if you happen to call him in and you have the scimitar out there, you get post stealthed. Now you're talking about extra 30% offense. Holy moly. You're just talking about a really good combination out there. So Poe's X-Wing, the dramatic entrance, is nice. It gets 25% extra offense, deal damage. This is maxed. You'll get bonus damage equal to 10% of the target's max health, so soft expose. Gain 20% turn meter and regain dramatic entrance for 2 turns after defeating an enemy while this buff is active. So Poe is nice. He hits hard. He's one of my favorite ships and one of my favorite reinforcements. Let's see. Some of the other ships obviously are awesome. I do like the Clone Sergeant reinforcement. Clone Sergeant's Arc 170 gains protection up and taunts while he has protection. It gives you a nice yeah, Poe's X-Wing is a problem solver. That is definitely a true statement. Whenever I have an enemy Imperial TIE fighter that I just want to get off the map, I would call him Poe's X-Wing, and I kill it. So, yeah, Poe's X-Wing is just a lot of fun. The Clone Sergeant's Arc 170 is great, especially for players who want to have another tank or another ability to taunt. Say you just had Big's ship get knocked off the field. You can you can have Clone Sergeant's X-Wing, especially for those of you guys who geared up your clone troopers for the tank raid. Yeah, you guys should have your Clone Sergeant already at gear 11. So, hop on it. Call him in as a reinforcement, get yourself an extra tank, protect some of your other ships. Especially since that ship is one of the first ships that you unlock, I believe, as a new player. It gives a really, really good option as a first reinforcement if you don't have a good another option for reinforcements. And we're going to go ahead and kill characters with my Cassian. And dead. It is getting kind of late. Oh yeah, fives. Fives was actually one of my core ships. Yeah, so this lineup is literally just for challenges. That's literally a challenge lineup, request lineup. So I have Cassian in there to finish off 200 enemies with Cassian. I have Count Dooku in there because I have to defeat 1,000 Galactic Republic enemies, and so Galactic War, you get the random Galactic Republic enemies. That's why he's in there. And then honestly, I just had Scion in there because he doesn't do a whole lot of damage sometimes, until he gets held by hatred. And Grandmaster Yoda doesn't do any damage, so it gives me more opportunities to kill stuff with Cassian. And then who else was in there? I think it was, I don't even remember who my 5th character was in there in that lineup. Oh, BB-8, so I have 2 characters that don't do any damage at all. So all my damage is being done by these 3 characters. What I found was when I was using Nest, I suppose I could throw Bastila in there. Bastila doesn't do that much damage, right? But yeah, so I found that when I was throwing other characters in there, I was doing too much damage, and Cassian wasn't getting a chance to get the killing blows. So yeah, that's just kind of my. So like this, yeah, there's a 1 Galactic Republic enemy, and I don't know. I just can't bring myself to waste my time with Galactic War. Oh, jeez. All right, so I think this is probably a good spot to call the stream. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go. Since we got Ezra to gear 12, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start working on Traya now. Yeah. So can I? So in case anybody's wondering, I have completed. Let's see, how many Galactic War battles? So I have done 11,112 Galactic War battles. And I'm pretty sure that keeps going up every time I sim my Galactic War. So, yeah, that's just a few. And it's getting a little redonkulous. 608 guild raid one. That's like one raid a day for the last almost 2 years. Like a year and like a year and like 8 months or something. That's crazy. Oh wow, my galactic power is at 3.2. Almost 3.25 million. Every once in a while I just like, oh, wow, look at that. Galactic power. I don't spend any money on the game, so anymore. Yeah, I guess I suppose I could probably try this. Let's give CLS a shot. Let's see how Jedi do against CLS. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we got one more arena battle. This is how we're gonna end our night. We're gonna win this battle. Maybe against CLS. Oh, who do we go for? Let's do this. Let's go after Raidhan. That's not gonna work because freaking General Kenobi. This is what happens when it's late. Damn it! I can't call Yoda in. What is this? This is BS. Fractures on my freaking Yoda. Ugh. See, I don't think I have the damage output to beat this team. I'm going to be dead honest. I just don't think I have it. Don't think I got the damage output. And nope. Let's just use basic. And pow. Let's see if I can stun. Yeah, look at that. Getting stuns. And Hermit Yoda, or Grandmaster Yoda, is about to freaking die. Not on my watch. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so I don't think I have the damage output for this team, guys. Not in the current state of affairs. Let's... Golly. Yep, don't think it's going to happen, guys. I really don't. Maybe... Nope. Nope. No deads. That... Okay. That's going to kill him. It's going to get some... All these freaking counterattacks. I knew that was going to hit. And dead. And dead. And dead. Yep. Yeah, so CLS still beats Jedi, just because there's just not enough damage output. Gonna need that Zeta on Ezra, and then not play like an idiot. So Grandmaster Yoda was kind of like, yeah, do I want to go Grandmaster Yoda on my next Zeta? And there you go. Game, set, match. Alright, so yay, CLS to kill Jedi. So there you go. You got Traya lead, you got CLS. So I will say this for the devs. They have done a fantastic job lately of introducing a good rock, paper, scissors into the arenas. You can run Jedi and beat Palpatine. You can run Palpatine and beat JTR and CLS and some of those squads. You can run Rex and beat almost everybody. You can run Traya and kill Jedi, and it's just there are very few squads that it's impossible to kill. There are some that are very hard to kill, And then there are some that are less difficult to kill, and then there's, your people who just have 304 speed Hermit Yodas, and that's just, you just wonder what you're doing with your life. Why isn't my Yoda 340 speed? Because I'm a scrub. Scrubby dubby dub. Let's see what I get. Nothing. All right. So with that, guys, next stream I will hold off on giving Ezra the Zeta so that we can play around next week. With Ezra, fresh Zeta. Maybe I'll just stream once I have 20 Zeta mats so that we can just knock it out on a stream. Don't know. Don't want to make any promises, but I will hold off on popping that Zeta on Ezra until next time. So if you guys are curious, I will be tracking my defense, how bad I fall. Granted, I only made it to 45 today on my climb because I lost 3 battles. So you can tell the Jedi just are not. They're good. They're good. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Jedi are not good because they are. I mean, I'm running formally 3 Gear 11 Jedi. Actually, I think I'm still running 3 Gear 11. I was running 4 Gear 11 Jedi. I can't count today. I was running 4 Gear 11 Jedi with only 1 Zeta. And I was able to make it earlier, before. I mean, when I first started running them, I was able to make it to 18. Rank 18 in arenas. So, I can't say that they are a bad team because they're not. Do I regret the Zeta? Absolutely not, because it's a lot of fun. That many buffs flying around is always fun. It makes Jedi viable. That's the other big thing is Jedi are good again. Like, granted, a lot of the Jedi that I'm using are the newer Jedi and Jedi that have been reworked, which is a very, very short list. And I can't say that Mace Windu's rework was good. It was okay. Uh, but guys, Bastila, and we haven't even seen the other 3 characters yet. We're only 2 characters into these new characters that they're releasing for Knights of the Old Republic, and we're already like, hey, look at that, we've already transformed the meta. So I can only say with a great degree of interest that I am pretty excited about what these other 3 characters have to offer. They're all going to be Old Republic, from what I understand, because why wouldn't they? And I'm not sure if they're going to have any synergy with each other. Notice the Old Republic tag there, but they're obviously not going to be Jedi. I don't know if they're going to be scoundrels. I don't know if they're going to be. Could they add a Wookiee faction? Don't think so, because you only got Chewbacca, and I think it's gosh dang, I'm terrible. I brain fart right now. I can't remember his name. I just need to play that game. In fact, it's over there in my Xbox 360 right now. Maybe I'll go turn that on and play some Knights of the Old Republic. Look at me go. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what happens, especially the droid. Was it K3? No, K7. I'm probably no T3. T3. Yeah. I drew. I don't know. Maybe between L3, K2SO. I mean, HK47. I mean, you got all these. You got so many good droids. BB-8, R2, Chopper. I mean, you got all these really good droids. You just need to find a way to make them all work together, right? I mean, just maybe he'll have a new droid leadership ability. Man, that'll be maybe that'll be what transforms the droid meta. Now I'm rambling. It's way too late. I just need to shut up. So I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I'm gonna end the stream now. All y'all have a good night. Thank you for coming by the stream. I bid you adieu. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I love y'all. Have fun. Keep on gaming, and I will catch you next time.